And for more on Jimmy Garoppolo's injury, we bring in our doctor, Paul Fadale from University Orthopedics. You were watching the game yesterday. Diagnosis, a torn AC joint in the shoulder. What does that mean, and what is the recovery?
Well, the problem is that's his throwing shoulder, and the acromioclavicular joint, the little bump on the top of your shoulder, it's been sprained, and it can come up at several levels. He was in pain yesterday, so you got to believe that thing came way up. Those can go out easily, a few weeks, easily. And so I'm going to imagine they're going to numb that up, put some other medicine in the shoulder, and try to quiet that down as fast as they can. The way he looked yesterday, not likely he's going to come back for at least a week or maybe two. All
right, so maybe week 5 versus Buffalo, 2 weeks from the injury. Is that kind of pushing it? Obviously, Jimmy wants to play. He has a lot on the line, for himself. Do you think that's pushing it for Buffalo?
And I think it is pushing it, and so the problem is how far can he throw and how hard can he throw? So maybe he can throw a short play. Sure, how's he going to air it out down the field? It's possible, but highly unlikely he would be able to do that. So they would have to script a very short or different offense around that injured shoulder.
All right, so Tom Brady will be back week 5, but my question is, should Brady get hurt down the road? Let's not talk about it if that were to happen. Let's not jinx it. If that were to happen, any long-term effects for Jimmy, say a month, 2 months from now?
It will be a little bit unlikely at that time. This is one of the most common injury football players and hockey players have. They always get dumped into the glass or down on the ground, and the AC joint sprains up forward. As long as it's not significantly displaced, and most of them are not, this is something he should do pretty well with once it calms down. Again, the thing that was a little scary yesterday is how much pain he appeared to have been in. For just a minute, I thought he broke his clavicle. He was in that kind of pain.
Yeah, it didn't look good. Now, I want to ask you about something. You've been around sports for many years. Is there something to be said about avoiding injury? When you see Jimmy Garoppolo go down, we see a guy like Tony Romo constantly get injured. Does Tom Brady know how to absorb or take a hit? Is that something you can learn as a football player?
A little bit you can. Once you get these scrambling quarterbacks, they're exciting, they're getting out of the pocket, they're making things happen, and they're making coaches nuts because they're prone to get injured like that. And so they don't go down easily, they hold the ball too long, and yes, they don't know how to get out of there. And you could see that play coming from a mile away. You knew that's exactly how it was going to end. He was still standing when the guy came at him.
All right, now I want to talk about Rob Gronkowski. He hurt his hamstring back in August, and he's been at practice, maybe, jogging, running 50, 75%, but he hasn't played in game action. What is it about the hamstring that he can be out there with his teammates during the week, but the Patriots aren't letting him play?
Because he's not explosive in practice. And so the great fear is a man at 270 pounds going full speed. What do you do if he tears it again? So you push him back a little too fast game 3, game 4, and now you lose him for at least half the season. It's not worth the trade-off. So the money is on those trainers, and they're pushing him hard to see what can he do in practice without re-injuring it. There's no surgery for this. You just got to let it heal. So they're playing it very cagey and smart, and the more you can rest him, the more likely for the playoff run he's going to be with you.
So it's really just an incremental thing?
Absolutely, and it's really in the hands of the trainers, and they'll go out there, and Belichick believes in these guys to get him back. If he's not ready to go full speed in a real game where it's live, he won't get through the game, and now you're further behind. Reset the clock even longer.
All right, Dr. Paul Fadale, thanks so much for coming in short notice on a Monday after an injury, and we'll be seeing you soon.
Thank you.